Okay, Shalom Aleichem to all of you that are listening. Today we will begin learning Masechtas Berachot and Mishnayos. Berachot is the first Masechta in the Shisha Sidri Mishna, the 6 orders of the Mishnayos. The 6 orders were compiled by Rabbi Yehuda Anasi, Rabbeinu HaKadosh, or simply Rebbe. The 6 orders are Zroyim, Moed, Nashim, Nezikim, Kachim, and Taharis, or known by their acronyms Zman Noka. Zroyim, which means literally seas, deals with all the agricultural laws of the Torah. Moed, which means seasons, deals with the Yom Tovim, Shabbos, Sukkot, Pesach, etc. Nashim deals with women-related laws. Nezikin deals with damages, court cases. Kachim deals with the Karbanos, and Taharis deals with the laws of Tumah v'Tahara, purity and impurity. The first Masechta in Zroyim is Berachos. The first topic in Masechtas Berachos is the laws of Krishma. The question is, why does Masechtas Berachos begin with Krishma? So some explain that the reason why the Masechta begins with Krishma is because when a person turns bar mitzvah, obligated in commandments, the first mitzvah is that falls on a bar mitzvah boy is Krishma. Others explain that there's no other mitzvah in the Torah like Krishma, that we are obligated twice a day, every day. So the first Mishnah, the first 3 prakim in the Masechta deals with the halachas of Krishma. We know the Torah says, so we learn from that pasuk that we are commanded by the Torah to recite Krishma twice a day. The parshas of Krishma is Shema and V'Ahavta, V'Hoyim Shemoya, and Vayomer. The first Mishnah deals with the times of when to recite Krishma. So Mishnah Aleph, from when could we read Shema in the evening? So the Mishnah answers, from the time that the Kahanim go in to eat their Truma. Ad, until when could we read Shema? So the first opinion is the opinion of Rabbi Lezer. He holds until Soif HaShemura Rishona, Ad Soif Shemura Rishona, till the end of the first watching. The night is divided into 3 parts. So he holds at the end of the first watch is one able to recite Shema, because he holds that that's the time of going to sleep. The Torah says Uveshachlecha, and when a person lies down, so that is the time of people going to sleep. So that's the appropriate time for saying Krishma. The Chachamim say the Chachamim say until Chatzos. And Rabbi Gamliel says Ad Shiala Amud HaShachar, till dawn. And the halacha in Shulchan Aruch, the halacha is like Rabbi Gamliel, that one may recite Krishma of the evening until dawn. However, the Chachamim say that one should not procrastinate until dawn. One should make sure to say it before Chatzos. There's a story that the children of Rabbi Gamliel came home late from a wedding. The Tosis Yom Tov says Beis HaMishta is a wedding. So Amru Loi, the sons of Rabbi Gamliel, said to him, Loi karinu Shema, we didn't read the Shema. So Amar Lahem, so Rabbi Gamliel said to them, Im Loi Ola Amud HaShachar, if dawn didn't happen yet, Chayav V'matim Likros, you are still obligated to read. V'loi Zubava, not only this, Ela Kol Ma She'amru Chachamim, rather, all the mitzvahs that the Chachamim say, Ad Chatzos, that the mitzvah is until Chatzos, mitzvason ad she'al Amud HaShachar, the mitzvah is until Amud HaShachar. And the Mishnah gives a few examples. Hekter chalav ve'varim, sacrificing the chalavim, the fats of the karbonis, ve'varim, and the limbs of the karbonis. Mitzvason ad she'al Amud HaShachar. Their mitzvah, you're allowed to sacrifice those parts until dawn. As the pasuk says, "Hi ha'ila al moikal mizbeach kol halayla ad boker." The chol hanechalim liyom echad, and all the karbanos that are eaten for one day, So when a person brings a carbon, all the carbonas are eaten. Most of the carbonas are eaten, whether by the kahanim or whether by the people that brought the carbon, by the person that brought the carbon. But the times differ between carbonas. Some carbonas you have 1 day and a night. Other carbonas, like a shlomim, you have 2 days and a night. So all the carbonas that you have 1 day and 1 night. So mitzvasan ad shiyala shachar, you have until dawn. If so, why the Chacham say that these mitzvahs must be done by chatzos? In order to distance a person from doing an aveda. Because if a person said, I have so much time, we're worried that he'll procrastinate and he'll miss the time to say Krishma. Mishna Beis. From when do we read Shema in the morning? So the Mishnah answers, Mishiyakar ben Chilas Alavon, when it's light enough that a person can recognize between blue wool and white wool. Rabbi Lezer says, when a person can recognize ben Chilas Lekarti, when a person could recognize the difference between blue wool and the color green. The Gomra, the time finishes ad Netzachama, until Netzachama. That's the ideal time to recite Krishma. Rabbi Yeshua says ad sholosh shois, until the end of 3 hours. The halacha is like Rabbi Yeshua, that we have until after 3 hours. Shekain derech b'nei malachim lamoid b'sholosh shois, because that's the way of the sons of kings to get up from their bed after within 3 hours of the day. And a person that reads from then and on. So even though a person didn't read Shema at its appropriate time, lo hifsid, he's not lacking, meaning he's not going to lose. He doesn't get any. Not that he loses all schar. He gets schar ka'odam ha'koyda b'Torah. He gets schar of a person reading Torah, person that reads Torah. That's Mishnah Beis. Mishnah Gimel, and now we have a machlokes between Beis Shammai and Beis Hillel how to read the Shema. Beis Shammai says, "Ba'erev kol adam yatu v'yikru." In the evening, every person should lie down and read. Uvabeika yamdu, and in the morning, a person should stand. Why? Because the pasuk says, "Shenemar uveshachchav kamecha." When you lie down and you get when you lie down and when you get up, meaning that the evening Shema, a person should lie down. Uvakumecha, and the morning Shema, a person should get up. A person should stand. Beis Hillel says, "Kol adam koyde kedarkei." Every person is allowed to read kedarkei the way he wishes. Shenemar uvelecha v'derech, as the pasuk says when he goes on the way. Im kain lama nemar uveshachchav kumecha. If so, what does the pasuk teach us when it says uveshachchav kumecha according to Beis Hillel? So b'shah shebnei adam shechvim, that the mitzvah of Shema is in the time that a person lies down. It's teaching us the times, the time that a person lies down and the time that that people get up. So Amar Reb Tarfon. Now we have a story dealing with the incident. We have a story in connection with the machlokes. Amar Reb Tarfon says, I was going on the way, and I lie down to read Kedivrei Beis Shammai, like the words of Beis Shammai. And I put myself in a sakana because of the robbers. The Chacham said to Reb Tarfon, if they would have got you, you would have been obligated, you would have been responsible for your own life. Because you transgressed on the words of Beis Hillel, who says that you're allowed to read Shema however you want. Mishnah Dalet. In the morning we make 2 brachas before Krishma, Yotzer Or and Avas Olam, V'achas Lacharel, and one after Emes V'yatziv, ending with Ga Yisrael. Uve'erev, and in the evening Shema, Shtayim Lefanel, 2 before Krishma, Shtayim Lacharel, and 2 after Krishma. Amar Varavim and Avas Olam before Krishma, and Emes Ve'emuno ending with Ga Yisrael, and Ashkevenu after Krishma. Achas Arucha v'achas Katzara, 1 long bracha and 1 short bracha. one long, meaning Yetzer Or, which is long, that begins with Baruch and ends with Baruch. That's Taich long, and short. That is Emes V'Yatziv, which is short, or Hashkivenu in the evening, which is short. In a place where the Chacham said to say a lengthy bracha, it is not permitted to say a short bracha. Lekatzer, when the Chacham said to make a short bracha, you're not permitted to make a long bracha. Lachtoim, when the Chachamim said that a person should lachtoim, to seal it, meaning to end the bracha with Baruch Ato Hashem, and it's not permitted not to end with Baruch Ato Hashem. And when the Chacham said not to say Baruch Ato Hashem, and it's not permitted to seal it by saying Baruch Ato Hashem. We mentioned the going out of Mitzrayim at night, meaning we say the Parsha Vayomer at night, even though that the majority of the third Parsha of Krishma deals with tzitzis, and tzitzis is not noig by night, because the pasuk says Isa Moisoi, and you should see them, and at night is dark, so you don't see them. So we don't so that's why I might think we don't say the third bracha at night. But nevertheless, since that third paragraph contains Yetzias Mitzrayim, therefore we mention it at night as well. And that's the ruling over here. Maskirim Yetzias Mitzrayim Balilos. We mentioned the going out of Mitzrayim at night. Omer Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah said, Harei ani kiven shivim shana. I am like a man of 70 years old. I did not succeed in convincing my colleagues that we should mention Yetzias Mitzrayim at night. Until the Ben Zoma expounded on the pasuk, like it says in the pasuk, in order that you should remember the day of going out of Egypt, all the days of your life. Comes to teach us the days you should remember. The fact that the Torah says Kol Yimei Chayecha comes to teach us that Halelos, also at night, you should mention the going out of Mitzrayim. However, the Chacham teach the pasuk different. Yimei Chayecha Ho'olam Hazeh, the days of your life. We're talking about mentioning Yetzias Mitzrayim by day, and Ho'olam Hazeh, before the arrival of Mashiach. Kol Yimei Chayecha, all the days of your life. The extra Kol teaches us Lahavi L'Moisa Mashiach to include. After Mashiach comes, we'll mention the going out of Mitzrayim. Thank you, and we'll continue Be'ez Hashem next week.